Okay, the meeting is recorded. So, just reminding you that today is our third meeting, and during last meetings, first of all, I do hope everybody understood that a winning strategy must be based at sustainable competitive advantage. Generally, we spoke a little bit about the tasks. And today I'd like to present you the logic of our course, and this lecture will be the last introduction to our course, and since the next lecture I will present some instruments of strategic management, and you will have to use these instruments to complete the task. Let's begin. Generally, everybody knows from the course management that one function of management is planning, and planning is the result. The strategy is a result of planning function. But today I'd like to discuss with you also levels of strategy to understand the place of business strategy in all strategies of company. And our course, this course, Strategic Management, is all about business strategy. So, generally, what is strategy? The strategy is the general plan for the company, and according to this plan, the management of a company has to support attainment of all objectives, and as you must remember from our previous meeting, every strategy must be based at the sustainable competitive advantage. It means that we have to provide our products and services with some additional value for customers compared with our rivals. And if we do so, we will sell our products and services, and we will have our profit. This is the general logical chain of strategic management. And generally, the strategy is all about the answers to these questions: how to build a sustainable competitive advantage for a company. The strategy, anyway, is not like the document which must be written and be put on the shelf and that's all. No. I do hope that you remember from our previous course, from the course Fundamentals of Management, that there are four basic functions: planning, organizing, motivating or leading, and controlling. But what is more important, that the mentioned functions are interconnected, interrelated, and they are in the cycle of management, how it is presented at this very picture. What does it mean? It means that here we are creating, as a result of the planning, we are creating strategy, and any strategy consists of a mission for a business and the set of objectives, and all the objectives must be supported by tasks. Okay. And actually we can say that strategic management finishes here at this stage. Then we have to deliver, to delegate, I would say, tasks to all our subordinates. Managers have to delegate. So it means in simple organization, in small organizations, they just can say, okay, you do this, you do this, you have to do this. And in big organizations, for example, at our university, the tasks are delegated not to the persons, but they are delegated to positions in the company. So I don't know, all of the heads of the department have to do something. This is organizing function, and the result of organizing function is the organizational structure of the company. Then management has to present answers to the question how everybody is motivated in the company, so the reward should be provided. I would say maybe not even a reward, but an incentive. Why I decided to change the word reward to the word incentive? Because a reward, it is always something positive, and incentive could be positive or negative. And then we have to check at the stage of controlling, we have to check if all our objectives are attained as a result of our activity. However, even if everything is okay, we have to change something. Okay, let's begin with the situation when something is not okay. What does it mean? It means that some objective wasn't achieved as a result of the activity. It can be a result of one of the two mistakes, or a mixture of these two mistakes. The first can be the mistake in the strategic management. So maybe the objectives were formulated with a mistake, and some objective was initially unachievable. So it wasn't even a theoretical possibility to attain it. Or maybe, and in this case we have to change something here, or maybe the strategy was okay, but it was problem with delegating or with motivating. And in this case, we can change something in the organizational structure of our company, or we have to change something in motivating within our company. However, let's think about the situation. If at the stage of controlling is everything okay, maybe it could be some changes in external environment, and in this very case we have to react somehow to the changes in the external environment, and we have to also change something in all three components. So by this short speech, I do hope that I just have persuaded you that the crafting strategy is never-ending process, the same as management. Generally, any company, any diversified company, let's begin with a diversified company, has different types of strategy. Actually, there are a big variety of strategies. Actually, it can be different classifications. The first classification is presented here. The classification of the strategy regarding the level of the management in the company. The second classification will be presented at the end of my course. This is classification of the strategy according to sustainable competitive advantage. It could be differentiation, or it could be a price leadership, and you will see that we are adding another X, and it will be not just two, but not even just 4, but 5 types of strategies. But in the literature you can find a lot of classifications. However, these are the main classifications. This one, which is presented here, and the classifications according to competitive advantages. But let's begin with the presented one. So a diversified company has 4 levels of strategy: corporate strategy, business strategies, functional strategies, and operating strategies. I'm stressing that here corporate strategy is in singular, but business strategies, functional strategies, and operating strategies in plural, not in singular corporate strategy, but in plural these types of strategy. Sorry, maybe it was my mistakes. One more time. Corporate strategy in singular, because any company has just one corporate strategy, and any diversified company. And if a company is a non-diversified company, it has just 3 levels: just business strategy, functional strategies, and operating strategies. In this case, business strategy in singular, but in plural, functional strategies and operating strategies. Just to understand the general structure, the general, I would say, not even structure, but hierarchy of strategies. Let's begin not with the highest level, but with this level, second level. Generally, business strategy is everything about how to win the competitive war with your rivals. It's all about it. And the easiest way is to present to the customer something better compared with rivals. So generally, we can say that if our product or service provides more value for our customers, we just have won this war. I mean, with our rivals. So, because everybody wishes to have bigger value, and you know, when I'm speaking now about the value, I'm speaking not about the absolute value, but about the relative value. What does it mean, absolute and relative? Relative means the value divided by the price spent to the product or to services. It means that maybe the value is bigger, but the price is more bigger than this additional value, and that's why relative value in this case will be smaller. So it means that maybe the product is very quality, high quality, but the price is too high and nobody wishes to spend money on this product. So business strategy is everything about it. We will discuss it during our course, and our course is all about the business strategy. However, the company must have also functional strategies. Functional strategies is everything connected with functional spheres of the company. So any company has a financial department and some set of objectives connected with finance. And maybe actually these objectives are not connected with the general objectives. They are not connected with customers. For example, there are a choice between two alternatives, whether to organize bookkeeping by our company or just to use outsourcing and ask to prepare everything, reporting and also bookkeeping. Maybe it can be prepared by another company. It could be. Maybe the same situation when the strategy and the set of objectives is not connected with products or services. If speaking about HR, maybe we can use some agency to hire a new staff. Maybe we can do it by our company. Okay, IT strategy, whether to buy some software or maybe to use open software, to buy Microsoft Office or just to use the open office system, or maybe to use just the free instruments provided by Google, maybe. So all these examples reflects the situations that some functional strategies are connected only with the domain, but not connected with the general activities of the company. And the last but not least, operating strategies is a strategy, operating strategy in singular, let it be, is a strategy of some part of the company. It is a strategy for department, for some piece of the company. It could be, if it is a production company, it could be a shop, for example, of the company, etc. For example, our university has, I told you, more than 100 departments, and every department has its own strategy. And our department of management also has its department. So this is the strategies connected with some business. However, if a company is a diversified company, so let's define what is diversification. Diversification is the process of creating new strategical business units. So it is a definition provided by management lexics, but if to use the simple lexics, we can say that a company is a diversified company if it has different activities, or if it has different products or services in its portfolio. So, I mean, I think the biggest, if speaking about the industrial companies, the high level of diversification has, for example, General Electric or Siemens, maybe Hyundai, Korean company, or Mitsubishi. It also has a very big range of diversification. If speaking about fast-moving consumer goods, I would say that the biggest diversified company is Procter & Gamble company, because in its portfolio it has a lot of products. It has hygiene products for children, hygiene products for teeth, hygiene products for ladies, washing powder. Maybe you know that potato chips, Pringles, also are produced by Procter & Gamble. After merging Gillette company, Procter & Gamble also is an owner of Duracell and Gillette trademarks. So razors, batteries also are the products of Procter & Gamble company. But from one side, all of these businesses has no connection and relation, because if to compare, for example, potato chips and I don't know, let it be washing powder, different types of clients, different production cycle, different instruments of marketing, different raw materials. So everything is different, I would say. However, it is these two strategical business units are the pieces of one company. What does it mean, one company? One company means that we have one set of owners, one set of shareholders in case of Procter & Gamble. Then the company has one budget. Yes, you can say that every strategical business unit has its own budget. However, generally the company has its budget. Then the if something goes wrong with one strategical business unit, if we have, for example, problem with quality with one product, it can damage another strategical business units. Definitely. And also, if we have one money, somehow we have to think what direction of investments is more favorable for our company. I would say not even profitable, but I would say a little bit wider, provide more benefits in future. And all these questions must be answered at the level of corporate strategy. So I would say that corporate strategy is like an umbrella to connect all the strategical business units, even if they have no connections regarding technologies, regarding customers, regarding raw materials, regarding everything. However, if it is one company, everything must be integrated somehow. So this is the main idea of a corporate strategy. And let's discuss it in details. And one more, if a company is non-diversified company, if a company is a single business company, it has just three levels of strategies: business strategy, functional strategy, and operating strategy. Usually students ask me a question that maybe the type of a company has the strong relationship with the size of the company. And I would say no. We can find examples of big single business company. For example, I don't know how it is now, but before war in Kharkiv, we have Kharkiv Turbina factory, Turbatom, and now it is very big, I would say even huge, single business company. However, we can find a small diversified company. For example, a beauty salon provides hair cutting, hair making service, then some nail service for ladies, and maybe some services connected with solarium, some artificial sunbathing. So usually, yes, big company is a diversified company. However, there are a lot of exceptions. So I can say that if company is big, it is definitely diversified. No, it is a mistake. It's not possible to say. Okay, let's speak about every type of strategy in details. Corporate strategy. I told you that if our company has a lot of strategical business units, and here at this picture I decided to place the screen connected, the picture connected with Procter & Gamble, because I think now it is the biggest fast-moving consumer goods diversified company. So we have to connect we have to connect everything. We have to connect everything within our company. And these everything, when presenting the corporate strategy, I said that it's like an umbrella. So what must be presented in corporate strategy? The first piece is how to achieve diversification. Actually, we will speak about it next subject, management of organization. However, it's quite easy to understand that the main driving force for diversification is about how to decrease the risks, of diversification of activity. It means that if something is wrong with one strategical business unit and maybe it has losses, maybe other strategical business units are profitable, and the profit from other strategical business units can cover losses in these strategical business units. So I decided to put this picture here because, as we can say in Ukrainian, the same phrase is in English, that no one has to put all the eggs into only one basket. So you should avoid it. So the corporate strategy, the first, I would say, direction of corporate strategy is how to achieve diversification. And next, if there is different strategical business units, we have to understand how to organize the combined performance in all directions. It shouldn't be the situation that one strategical business unit provides damages to another strategical business units. And usually it's also about the corporate culture also. Then the third direction of corporate strategy is synergy effect. Synergy effect means it's not a mistake. I consciously put this picture here. 2 + 2 is equal not 4 but 5. It is not possible in mathematics, but it is possible in economics and in management. How it is possible? It is possible when at least two strategical business units have some interrelation or interconnection between each other, and it could be the situation that, for example, we can use the same equipment. If the same, okay, maybe it is a rare situation if speaking about equipment, but if speaking about warehouse, it is very usual situation. So we can keep different types of products in one storage. So we can decrease our costs. And at the level of corporate strategy, it is the task of management of the company to find possible ways of using of synergy effect. And last but not least, the fourth direction of corporate strategy is about investment priorities. It means that if we have the whole budget for the company, we have to divide it somehow among all strategical business units. And you know, a strategic business unit, a part of the company, is like something alive. It needs more and more money, capital to grow. But a management of a diversified company has to think that it is better to invest in these strategical business units, but not in these. And all these decisions must be made at the level of corporate strategy. So at this point I'm stopping with corporate strategy, and the corporate strategy will be presented within our next course. So within the current course, and who crafts corporate strategy, it's quite easy to understand that corporate strategy must be crafted at the top management level, highest management level. But we will come back to corporate strategy only next year. And this year and this course is about a strategy for single business company, or it is the strategy for one strategical business unit within one company. And I'd like to remind you that if you decide to take a diversified company as an object of your research, please choose a strategical business unit within this company. So please choose just one piece of the company. Generally, what is a business strategy? Generally, the business strategy is everything about strategical advantage over the rival, sustainable competitive advantage. And to understand how to define it, first of all, we have to conduct the analysis of the industry, and then it must be provided the deep analysis of a need. Why it is important? Because the same need can be satisfied by not even by different products, but by different types of product. I don't know, maybe if you want to have education abroad, so it's not only choosing between train and bus and airplane to go to another country, but it's also the choice between technologies. For example, maybe it is possible to have education in a foreign country using some technologies, some new technologies online, and that's all. At the basis of analysis of the industry and description of a need of the customer, the competitive advantage must be defined. So now I presented it with management lexics, but if using the simple lexics, we can say we have to understand how our product is better compared with our rivals. Then we have to set mission statement for our company, and then we have to support the mission statement by objectives, and every objective must be supported by tasks. So it is everything about business strategy. And I am reminding you this picture. We discussed it during our first case when we discussed the flashcard. So valuability for our customers must be connected with competitive advantage. Generally, this will be the last task of your course. So within your course, you will create the business strategy for a strategical business unit of a diversified company, or you will create the general strategy if you decide to take a single business company as an object of your research. Functional strategy. A functional strategy is a plan for one functional sphere of the company. A few minutes ago I set you examples about some choices connected with finance or HR or IT strategy, and you know, all these strategies are not connected with the main strategy of the company, how to satisfy the need of our customers in the best way. However, it support all these strategies support the main strategy. For example, if our strategy is to provide the cheapest product, maybe, for example, if speaking about IT strategy, it is a good idea to use the cheapest software or even free software. And functional strategies must be formulated, must be crafted for all functional spheres of the company. Every functional sphere of the company also can have a mission statement. And within our course, we will speak a little bit about functional strategies. We will just discuss the beginning. So within your tasks, speaking a little bit forward, you will have to prepare the mission statements for two functional spheres of the company. Operating, and who is responsible for this level of strategy? The deputy heads of the company for every functional area. So financial director is responsible for financial strategies. HR head of HR department is responsible for HR strategy, and etc. And operating strategies or operating strategy in singular is a strategy for one unit of the company. It is a strategy for department. It is a strategy for shop, for some piece of the company, and who is responsible for the process of operating strategy crafting. The lowest management is responsible. So, for example, speaking about our university, the strategy of department is being created and by the head of the department. And our course, the course Strategic Management, is all about business strategy. It's all about business strategy. So at the end of this course, everybody will see the business strategy of a single business company or for strategical business unit of a diversified company, and here everything depends on you. Everything depends on the company which will be put as an object of your research. So dear students, it is all for today, and I am stressing that your task is to choose the company, and please come tomorrow to our practice, and during the practice I will fill the table with your names and with your companies. Okay, I'm stopping the